GM.
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 GM, guys.
Jim, what's up, guys? Jim.
So let's give people a couple of minutes before kick starting. Let people get like start flowing in. Icebreaker though, while we wait, if anybody has something interesting that is going on this week that you want to just kind of pop out, maybe I don't know. We can start with your last TV show. I guess like we did in that Dev Guild meeting, right? The last TV show you watched, last movie or TV show you watched. We go around. The last show I probably watched was Power last Friday. Let me pop content to Matt. You're still muted, Matt.
All right, let's see. I write everything down so I can even let me just look at my list to see the last thing I finished.
Damn it, Matt. I'm gonna have to start writing mine down.
I don't think it's changed for me from the last call. So it was Rings of Power. That's the last show.
Wait, yours is Power?
Rings of Power.
Oh, Rings of Power.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't finish it, but Gentleman in Moscow and Clarkson's Farm are the two new ones. Both solid. Very different though.
I hope Apple knows that when you do the filter, it catches like angles. Yeah, popcorn it to somebody, Matt, or maybe Evan.
Evan, you watching anything good lately?
Yeah, I was just trying to remember. I should probably write it down too. I watched an old samurai movie that was really cool. The Samurai Trilogy.
Nice.
How about Carla? What have you watched lately or read?
GM. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think recently I saw The Irishman. Yeah. And I also watched a documentary on Hack Your Health, I think gut protection or something like that. Yeah. So that's what I've watched lately.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Hi, Easy.
Pleasure.
What's up, married woman? I saw the pictures. I was like, oh, she made a whole show. I'm like, yo, how could we top that in December? Like, dang, yo, you did that, Carla. That's what's up. I like that. I love it.
Thank you.
That was the whole show. Like, it was straight. I wish I was there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess popcorn it to somebody, Carla, and probably like take like 3 or 4 more
Oh,
people.
okay. I think
and
I'll
then
pass
we
it
can
to
start.
Prince Will if he's here. I saw him. Oh, I think he just stepped out. Okay, Prince Will. Pass it to Prince Will.
Yeah. Jim, everyone. I did not watch any show recently, unless you count anime. But I saw a movie. I did not have the balls to finish it. Beast of No Nations. No, it's too traumatic for me, so I left it halfway. I think 30 minutes in. So that's basically what I watched recently.
Yeah, Beast of No Nation or any. I think No Nation. That movie is crazy. Like I actually enjoyed that movie. I saw the whole thing. It's crazy.
Oh no, I could not. I 30 minutes in and I'm like, okay, you know what? Good luck to all of you over here. And I moved out. So
Yeah.
I think I saw someone now. Let's move to McCain. Let's use you next if you're here.
Did you say Mikhail
Or Marson.
or Martian?
Oh, hey there, everybody.
Hey.
I just saw this movie last night. The other night, it was called Tickled. It's a documentary. Anyone ever heard of it? Okay, the headline is like, explore the seedy underworld of competitive tickling.
That's
You'll never guess what it's about ever. I highly recommend. Highly fucking recommend it. It's actually kind of a question as to whether or not it's a documentary or if it's all made up, but it's real.
Nice.
That's a good tickle for me.
Yeah, I think some people that I guess get to go. I don't know if you guys want to go all the way around or should we just go ahead and kickstart because of time?
Just started.
Yeah, let's
Let's
just
get going.
kickstart before time. Yeah, so Alpha, you want to kick it off? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do that. First off, thanks everybody for joining, as always. This monthly call is going to be more of an open discussion for chapters and drills, and this individuals have shared what they've been working on for the past few months. To start things up, we got a few updates. So the first update is we had the Hypersearch workshop last week, and that was really, really successful. Thank you to Britt Beckers for hosting. Really were able to get some insights onto the updates on Hypersearch and the new marketplace and things like that. So expect the recording in the next coming weeks. That'll be uploaded on YouTube for people that weren't able to attend. And yeah, and we're currently planning our next workshop, which will probably be either Karma Gap or EAS. We're still determining. But yeah, be on the lookout for the Luma event for that. And then next up, we have, so we were doing, as some of you are aware on this call, we've been doing chapter check-ins for the past quarter. And we have summarized our findings from people's chapter check-in applications to kind of find the synergy and connection points across chapters. So Matt, do you have the link for that? I'll drop that in the chat. Yeah, so Matt's going to drop a link to that somewhere. Okay. But yeah, take a look at that. Hopefully there's some good insights that you can see from, even if you're not part of any of these chapters, you can kind of see what chapters are working on and the different areas where there's room for collaboration. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll pass it over to Izzy, talk about the new chapter onboarding proposal.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I think you have the link for that hub post, Matt, if you can drop that. So we dropped a post on the hub explaining like onboarding process that will be taking place like fully effective for January for Q1. Right now, what's there is like a direct place where you can see the different information or that you may need to kind of get a head start. Explain to you exactly like what it will be looking like in Q1. For example, we're probably implementing guild.xyz to start like putting stuff on network things on chain. So like if you just have some free time to just take a look at that and just read through it and make a comment if you want to on the hub, just to get more engagement on there, so get more visibility there. And then also we are kickstarting the formal cohort for the onboarding for chapters and individuals in January Q1. We've been in talks with some other DAO onboarding organizations that probably want to collaborate, have a collaborative effort with us. So we can literally like not only onboard just specifically for Greenpill network, but like start introducing potential Web3 enthusiasts, public goods enthusiasts into the regen, refi ecosystem in general, especially with the coordination efforts that we're doing with regen coordination. Yeah, so but like to make sure that we give the necessary information for this quarter, we will have a general introduction sync for the onboarding process for chapters and individuals. We will have that this October. It will probably be like towards like the third week of October, but just be on the lookout for the exact date. Just to make sure we have the whole process starting fresh Q1. There's been a lot of individuals that have shown interest in starting a chapter or actually want to be involved in the Greenpill network and want to get on board. So we want to make sure that we not address, but make sure we attend to these individuals. So that's why we're making sure we're doing a first introduction sync this month in October, preferably the third week of October, but the exact date. Just we'll keep you guys informed. Just be on the lookout for that. Yeah, so that's it right now for the chapter onboarding. So yeah, Matt. So should I go into the Discord? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick comment on the new chapter onboarding proposal. Please take a look at that hub post and share any thoughts on it. And there are aspects of that we still need to build out a little bit, where it's like we need to touch base with all the chapters and get kind of a cohesive group of information and answers about community building and governance structures and stuff like that, like how to actually kind of develop a chapter in a successful way, so that we're not just onboarding people and sharing information with them and be like, all right, good luck how to actually bootstrap a community from the ground up. So that'll involve a lot of back and forth with all the different chapters, and it's another excuse to kind of get more conversations amongst that group. And
yeah. So just to give a little bit more context on that, though, like the more we work on this onboarding process and this cohort, we start realizing there's a whole lot of information that goes into this. So it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's the cohort, it'll be more hands-on and also directing individuals to the right information that can help them within the ecosystem, not just Greenpill, but regen ecosystem in general. So it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's why it's taking a little bit longer, but we still onboarding individuals as they come on a Discord. We have that onboarding process on the Discord. And then from there, just direct individuals to which sector within Greenpill network or chapters they will most likely be able to identify with.
And I think the big additions are the workshops and really mainly the workshops, but also just generally expanding like the regen ecosystem information library that we have on the Charmverse. And hopefully that'll be, the Writers Guild can put in some work there. But I think that's the big addition on top of this onboarding flow, so that the information is available for people to really make the most of it and get themselves caught up with everything.
Yeah, cool. So the next on the agenda would be the hub, since we were talking about the onboarding proposal that was listed on the hub. So there's a little bit of there's some more updates that we updated. I mean, we updated a little bit more things in on the discourse, which is the hub. So for example, log in, before it was just email, but now you can actually use your Discord information or Discord account or profile to log in to our discourse. And this kind of helps us like building a foundation when it comes to engagement later on. It'll build out to be a lot more in the future with that one. And then also we've updated the flow of things when you're proposing or when you're posting on there. So like we have specific categories, and within those categories is subcategories. Like for example, if it's a proposal, it's a category proposal, and a subcategory if it's like a proposal for a chapter or for a guild, etc. And then within that, we'll also have tags, and actually tags will help identify the actual where your actual proposal belongs. And when we're searching it, or anybody is searching it, it really like helps curate that information for them or for you. So those are the two main updates for the hub. Essentially, we're logging in with their Discord information, which helps later on with some metrics foundation, I guess. And also we updated categories and subcategories and tags on there, so it should be a lot more easier for individuals to engage with and interact with more than it was before, in my opinion. And these are steps that we're taking to make sure we are engaging with our community members and citizens in a more efficient way and more structured and a stronger foundation. Yeah. So I think that's what I have now for the chapter onboarding and the hub. So I think Afro, you want to take it off?
Yep. Awesome updates. Yeah, so now we're already getting into the discussion, which will just be open for anybody who's wants to talk about a project or to give an update on the initiative they've been working on. So yeah, open floor. Anybody have anything that they've been working on the past month? Any grant rounds coming up? I know there's the Epoch 5 for a few projects on this call. Does anybody would like to talk about their projects? Feel free to go ahead. No, I'll pick on somebody. So
There you go, Evan.
there you go, Evan. All right, let's kick it off, Evan.
Hey, yeah. So just to give a quick update about the Allo Yeeter, which the Greenpill Dev Guild and my team is helping to support with development. For those who aren't familiar, basically on the Gitcoin governance forums, Kevin Owaki put out a request for a really simple, easy to use deployment of the Allo protocol to yeet funds out to people quickly for performing actions. And so the Greenpill Dev Guild submitted a proposal on how to do it, and now we're working on it, and it's coming together. So some members of the Dev Guild are taking the lead on user interface. Afo is helping with project management, and developers on my team, Julian and Lawal, are working on the smart contract integrations with Allo protocol and fitting it all together. So that's coming along, and look for that in its initial stages in the next, I don't know, I'm gonna say 2 weeks, I'd say. And I'm making Afo meet with us twice today to work on that. So sorry. Thanks to Afo for taking the time to support us on that. But watch this space.
Nice. Yeah, and the second that, yeah, really excited that like all the work we've been doing with Evan, and we're also planning to be doing a workshop. So after we get that finished, we'll have a workshop for people to try it out, get feedback, and ideate on different use cases going forward. That's all you do. Cool. We got Swift Evo. Got your hand raised.
Yep, it's me. So everyone can hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
And the kid.
Good. I would like to share the update from Green Sofa first. So Green Sofa, which is the local chapter, is staying in Taiwan. So we are under the DAO, which is in Taiwan for the public goods called FabDAO, FABDAO. And right now, we already attended quite different rounds on Gitcoin, and then we already get the funding from Gitcoin, and then we use that funding to host our first rounds of QF for the local individuals and communities which is contributing in public goods. So it happens on the first half years in the second half of last year. So there are 10 projects which is local projects participate in our QF round. So recently, what we are going to do is we host the second round. So right now we onboard the like what I shared in the Telegram groups, Greenpill networks. We onboarding 17 17, 17 different kinds of public goods projects to participate our second round. So we used another approach. We want to try the ECPGF. So right now, so we already get contact with that 70 project, and also we are trying to set up our own rounds on the ECPGF platform. Yep. So, and of course, at the same time, I can share the test link over here. Feel free to submit your submit a proposal. Let me just test link on OP Sapolia. Yeah, OP Sapolia. So it's that test run right there. Yeah, it's not formal because we already onboard the formal application. We just testing the run right here, testing the platform. Is it okay to vote or etc. things. And more than that, we utilize the comma gaps to recognize to record our contribution and our achievement and also our grants over there. So it's happy that we got the recognized by comma gap. So you may have looked about the Twitter link over here. So here will be an introduction about what is Green Sofa, what we did by Karma Gaps itself. And of course, feel free to endorse us when you get inside over there. And this is what Green Sofa planning to do, the second round. So utilizing the Gitcoin funding and of course the funding from Autumn plus Greenpill community round. And we try the second for regional PGF platform. Of course, we are preparing the third one because we got a very good result from Asia round right there. So we will utilize that funding, of course. And of course, I would like to know more about the GG22, the Greenpill nomination for citizen round, right? We'd like to know more detail about that one because according to the Gitcoin discourse proposal, Greenpill can nominate 10 participants to that GG22 the QF round over there. So this is the update from Greensofa. Yeah.
If I can chime in just a little bit about the region citizens round, we'll be going over that a little bit more here after the chapters updates. So just stay tuned and we'll give you a little bit more information on that.
Sure, thank you.
I'd be really curious to hear more about the actual back end of onboarding the nonprofits and like how did they apply? How did you approve them? Did they use Karma Gap as well? Is it via an Allo fork or I'd really be interested in the more technical side of that.
Do I have that time to share that detail? So it would be good. It would be cool. Yeah, because we take I would say we take months for discussion about this one. Because we try to use the hypersearch as the invitation to onboard the new grantees over there. But as we all know that hypersearch platform is experiencing updating. So therefore we're still waiting for that. But of course, right now, just 1 week before, I realized that they already set up the new platform. So please go to hypersearch.org. So feel free to try their new platform, which is very good. And you can mine your hypersearch over there. So this is the first point. And the second point is that for onboarding the individuals in Taiwan, as most likely the education part is very difficult because that one is not familiar about blockchain, but they are willing to put efforts to go for the NGO or public goods in a Web 2. In a Web 2. So what we did is that we rely on the first round. So what I echo what I said before, that we did a first QF on the second half of last year. So we got 10 over there. We got 10 grantee over there. So we discussed this 10 one by one, and then ask them to invite 2 potential which can participate our regional PGF. So that's why we threw an invitation from the first round 10, and then after we got the invitation from that 10, we brought the 17 different kinds of project over there. So we try to make things simple. So hypersert would be ideas to ask invitation cards. Of course, the grantee do not need to they need to claim that hypersert, and we try to educate them how to set up the wallet. So therefore, we utilize our funding to as a bounty for some contributor to do the educational part. So therefore, we got the one-on-one interview with their 17 project one by one and educate them what is a blockchain, etc. things, or even face-to-face education on how to open the wallet by their mobile phones, or if that one is find it very difficult to use that mobile phone to set up the wallet, then we try to help them to set up the wallet first. Because after the discussion, we may think that most of the time, if they do not have a regular update or staying in Web3, maybe 1 month later, they already forgot about the private key. So it creates another problem for the public goods individuals or that communities. So we after the discussion of one-on-one, we said maybe help some projects to create their wallet by our contributor, rather than ask them to do all the things and write down the private key and then what is a wallet, and then you don't have the gas fee, or sorry, you need to buy another ETH, and then what is the chain we are doing on. All these things to try to make it simple. That's just rely on our contributor. And if you are doing good, if you contributing in public goods, then you are eligible. And then here's the wallet, and then you can ask for the voting, because as regional PGF, you need a voting, right? So we what I said is who is the voter is FedDAO's member. So because Green Sofa is under the FedDAO, which is the official DAO in Taiwan, which is the biggest ones for contributing the public goods, they already developed the NFT for as a membership card. So therefore, we already have a very good voter over there, and this is what the thing is going on right here. So it takes months to the hardest part is to identify the potential grantee, and then we get in touch with them about the whole concept, about what we are trying to do, and then how to lower the threshold to participate our regional PGF. So sorry that take quite a long time. Story over there is take months and months to over there. Yeah, and this is not done by me. So this is done by the whole team of Green Sofa. They which is amazing. That is the local efforts, that because they can educate the Web2 or traditional NGO, the one by one, or even the face-to-face.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to set up a call with you and Luciano and the rest of the New York City chapter, because that's what we're in the process of figuring out, is setting up a local QF. A lot of our effort has been on figuring out how to get sustainable matching pool going. But yeah, it's obviously there is a huge focus on onboarding nonprofits, onboarding actual donors. Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, we've been thinking about this for many months too, and we absolutely yeah, we should link up and talk more. But congrats on your success.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, and Sutiva, I'm curious to a question for you about like workshops. You think the network should throw? Like, what do you think should be some of the next workshops the network does?
Do you mean after the hypersearch workshop?
Yeah.
What is the next? What is next? For me, I would more prefer, for example, a karma gap. Yes, and of course, another on the other hand, that I would quite interesting to explore some other opportunity rather than Gitcoin, because we all familiar about Bitcoin. And what I worked through is that I explored Give If by myself. So it is a really hard, really hard period of time that I of course, it is I need to learn by myself and submit a project and then get verified by Give If. And of course, it's happy to get the Lunco's founder, which is called Rob, supports and teach me step by step. So I would like to say thank you about Lunco's Rob for teaching me about what is Give If and be patient, and you will be rejected several times. And then finally, I got verified my project. It takes 3 months. And then when I learn about that, and I become the one to help Green Sofa get verified over there. And yeah, and of course, and more than that, and other and also Uncommon, which is Greenpill China, which already get verified on Give If already. So this is the second source of grant about Give If. How is what is the ecosystem over there? How to join different kinds of QF. And then the third one may be Autumn, and that is what I'm trying to learn at this moment. Because it takes a lot of time to get familiar with different kinds, because I would like to let other chapters know about we need to build up a diversified funding or resources to support your local chapter. A Gitcoin is one, but we need to grow from that point. That is just the starting point. So when you're familiar with Gitcoin, try to move a little bit more out of your comfort zone and explore Give If, Autumn, and etc. other things. Yep.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, awesome feedback and ideas. And I thought with the Karma Gap workshop, we could touch upon some of the sourcing and finding of grants, because they have the grant registry and things like that. But we definitely also should have a dedicated workshop for like grant sourcing and how to apply for grants, how to approach these different ecosystems, what they're looking for, etc. Yeah, that's awesome. Izzy?
Yeah. Kind of to double back on a little bit on that grant workshop. I think maybe the introduction would be like grants within the ecosystem in general, but then we'll end up having a series where we invite some of these organizations that's offering grants to kind of explain a little bit more in detail, like from their own aspect of their own words, what their community is doing, what their community is looking for. And then would have that in series, like for example, have like one with Octane, have one with Giveth, have one with Gitcoin, have one with just other organizations. And because if we try to pack that into one workshop, that's a lot of information. I don't think it might fit. So probably having a series with that probably might be best. But that's TBD.
Yes, yeah. Definitely think we could get a Karma Gap workshop in this quarter for sure. Cool. All right. Who next wants to share some updates? I'm looking at see who's trying to call. raise your hand if you have a project you update or okay, I see a hand raised. With that. Go for it. Time Inc. CEO D. Pauly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go by Tom. Tom, TYMED means teaching young minds every day.
Nice.
Teach me what? I'm sorry.
Teaching young minds every day.
Yeah. Young minds every day. Just kind of what I've been doing for a long time as I'm trying to learn myself. I think, we all kind of teach each other as we go forward in advancing technology. But one of the projects when it comes to green pill type of things I've been consumed with is Azos. It's just let me see if I could find my links.
Are you involved with Azos?
Some yeah. I'm somewhat involved with them. One of the project I first was involved with was Rainbow Rolls in like 2020. But yeah, I was just trying to just kind of like put that on the map for people to kind of like look at Azos, and also if anybody's in LA to come check out meetup or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not in LA, but I'm in San Diego. But yeah, I could make it to LA sometimes. Yeah.
Yo, what's the time?
Yeah, I'm part. Yeah, that's I'm metagame. So yeah, metagame is one of the things that I've been a part of for a long time, and but so that the metagame is kind of like the it's like the connecting of DAOs in general. Like I just seen that code.
Do you have a link you could drop?
Yeah, I got a let me get that. Hold on.
Yeah, in the chat I said that I met Timed through Metagame, and I actually met him at this last Eat Denver. Love the guy. So good to hear you here, bro.
Awesome. Yeah, this is a very pro metagame crew for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a little signal from earlier.
Yeah. Anything else on Azos? But yeah, once you drop the link, I can take a look and get more in depth. But you did say that you're based in LA. This I guess a little segue about like the LA chapter. So currently, yeah, I'm a student of the LA chapter. It's been inactive. Just don't have the bandwidth. That's been focusing on more network and the Dev Guild. But we are looking to revamp it and make it into like a more larger, either SoCal or California chapter, depending on who we could talk to and who's interested. But yeah, just stay on the lookout for that. So we'll love. Are you on the Discord? We'd love to reach out to you there.
I can't remember if I am, but I was I was talking to the LA Greenpill chapter when we were in Denver and before it got started in general, and then I was with them and doing community calls with them for a little bit, and then yeah, it just didn't. I haven't been part of that for a while, but let me check. I'm still trying to get the A's.
Wait, what was your name? Wait, okay. What's your? Because then that means we were on calls together before.
Yeah, I go by Time TYMED.
Okay.
So that's kind of like if you look up Time Inc. on, you'll see like a Lady Day DAO is one of the things I've found one of the founders.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I'll be in touch. Yeah, let's talk more.
Okay.
All right. Who next wants to give an update?
I think Coco had her hand up for a while, and I'm also dropping the Azos link on the chat. Azos.finance. Yeah.
Hello. Nice to see so many familiar faces and unfamiliar faces. I got lucky and discovered this call at the same time that I reconnected with some scientists that have no idea about crypto but are doing amazing regenerative work. And I told them, oh, there's this community, it's called Greenpill, and they would be the best community to connect you with in order to like learn more about crypto funding. And then I went on the Discord and I found this call today. So I was like, the fate is there and the stars are aligned, because the next one would have been next month and that would be way too late. So I think I can share my screen. So I would love to just quickly share what the project is doing and what I'd want the community to kind of help with. Yeah, I don't know if Leo has a question for me. I don't know. Go ahead if it's a question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I think it's talking about Leo.
Okay, perfect.
What happened?
Leo raised his hand. He might be accident or something.
Oh, okay, Leo. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Go ahead. Yeah. But yeah, so the project, really briefly, my name is Coco. I've been kind of dabbling in this regen space for quite some time. I started by helping out with a Gitcoin kernel project 3 years ago to do a tree planting project in a small island called Lamu, which is off the coast of Kenya. And we basically raised 11,000 in crypto through Gitcoin. And then I got invited to go to Kenya and do the tree planting. And then I fell in love with Africa and have been building Web3 communities in Africa ever since. So a couple weeks ago, I went to a conference that has nothing to do with crypto. It's called the Transformative Impact Summit. It has a lot of emphasis on regeneration, and I keep telling them, you need to learn about crypto in order to like scale this type of funding. But long story short, I am from a small country called Eritrea. Literally no one has ever heard of it, except I actually told Vitalik about it the other day, and he was like, oh wow, like Eritrea needs Ethereum. And I'm like, yes, it does. And so the scientists that presented at this conference, imagine like you're sitting at a conference and then someone's presenting about your country and you like never heard of this project before. And so he was presenting about this regreening project where they take seawater, ocean water, salted water, and they basically create a shrimp aquaponic system that helps desertous land grow trees. And so this is literally life-changing. So you can see that
believes
in this
that
video,
growing seawater loving.
I'm just gonna mute it because it's kind of annoying, but you can see it's very desertous. Like this is my home country, and this is a project they did almost 20 years ago. And they basically were super successful in doing this, but they were not successful in having the government support the project long term, and so they had to leave the country. And my laptop's about to die. And so why am I here? Okay, so well, first they have a pilot project running in Baja, Mexico. And that's why I wanted to look for any regen community in Mexico to kind of guide them through or support them in learning about ways the local community can get involved. And then on a larger scale, basically anyone that has anyone that's interested in this type of work, they're really open to the idea of like open sourcing and sharing this type of knowledge and knowledge transferring with any country that wants that has desertous land, not a lot of rain. So this is like super helpful for food sovereignty for countries that don't have a lot of rain. So it could be anywhere in the world that has access to salt water that would need some kind of support in understanding how to actually grow trees in places that don't otherwise have that ability. So yeah, they're just looking to be connected to learn more about the crypto world and how to fund their projects. They have some kind of like grants, like government grants. So yeah, this is the shrimp aquaponic part. But yeah, so I'm just looking for sharing, right? This is all very new to me. It reminds me of, the Gitcoin days like a couple of years ago. But I'm really excited to see more of this happening in places that need it. And so I'm really open to hearing anybody's suggestions.
Wow, that was amazing. Yeah, wow. um,
Wow.
yeah,
People
yeah,
know
that was
what
awesome. Yeah, yeah, and I have some Retrain friends. I grew up. Some of my closest friends were Retrain, so shout out to Ritria. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, this is so cool. I'd love to learn more, and especially because I guess my educational background was like in like civil engineering, so seeing things like this, like kind of these systems of being able to take like salted water and then use it to grow stuff is really, really cool. So would love to learn more from how they actually do it in that process.
I'm loving the fact that I'm seeing
Yeah.
the connections happen in the in the chat, the connecting happening, in which it's gonna happen here too. Like I think somebody mentioned it already on the chat, but Rodrigo, like the steward for the Greenpill Mexico, I think he would be very, very, very interested in helping out with this because he's already like some type of scientist. I'm sorry, I don't want to quote it wrong, but he handles a lot of stuff with reef, like ocean reefs, like clarifying ocean reefs. So that's kind of aligned with this. And I haven't seen this in person, but I noticed it on social media before, and I thought it was like I thought it was just like a trick, but I didn't know they were actually doing this. So this is pretty amazing, seriously. But Rodrigo, for real, for Greenpill Mexico, probably the best contact to contact within that region.
Yeah. Does anyone have his Telegram?
Yeah, for sure. I can drop it.
Cool.
And maybe you've already dropped some links in the chat, but are there some links we could
Yeah, and Rodrigo's also at the side too, so it's perfect.
Yeah, and we're also kicking off these channels once you join the Discord. We're called pods. We're able to share like specific resources and content like this. So we have like a DeSci one, an environment one. So you could use those pods to share updates on, the progress.
Amazing. Thank you so much for listening and now sharing so much contact information with me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we also have a weekly community call. So it's not so we have touch points every week if you want to continue to stay engaged. And then and hopefully I think Matt dropped the link to the Discord. And then we have our onboarding material pinned at the top. So if you scroll up to the top of the messages, those are all like the key links to follow. That's awesome update. Okay. All right. Well, we're at 10:49, so I think we got probably space for a couple more people to give updates. So anybody else want to give a project update in the next few minutes? Swift Evo again. Yeah, go for it, Swift Evo.
Yeah, this is me. In short, that here's some update from Greenpill China, which is named Uncommons. So we are complete the translation of Michael Fives, the whole book, and we are going to do the series of code starting from tomorrow to it launched to 7 days. So each day we will code starting one chapter, and then the final day, which is the 7th. We are going to do an AMA, collaborate with another two Chinese community together. So which Uncommons, LX Stout, and also AA Stars. We will do the co-citing about the Michael Find this book. And another update is that we are doing a collaboration with another two community together, which is Eve Panda and also 706 to do Asian screening about Vitalik movie over there. So it runs. We already host around 10 different in 10 different cities in Asia. So I will just post the link or in the chat room to save other time. So here's the very short summary. So feel free to jump into look the details through the links.
Nice. Really update. That's awesome. Love it.
So Coco, you know you're still sharing your screen. Okay.
All right, let's see. Okay. Who else? I'll start picking on some people just to, because I know we got time. See Monty on the call. Monty, got any updates you want to give about Sella or things you got going on?
Hey. Yeah, I've had quite an active day. I've been getting the regen coordination hub. This is a bit of alpha in there. Don't share it around yet, but hopefully this is going to be the kind of draft website. Just a collection of cool programs. We've got the regen citizen round in there, obviously the BioFi Pathfinders for GG22, and obviously some details of the previous cohorts and some of the stuff. And yeah, been building the brand pack, things like that. So yeah, really just been a day of preparing for GG22 and building a bit of regen coordination.
Nice. Well, that's like a double entendre.
But yeah, Izzy's been doing a great job with the regen citizen round, and exciting to see that come together. So hopefully it's going to be a good round and support lots of awesome regens.
Nice.
But yeah, good to be on the call. You guys are doing great stuff as always.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Right back at it.
Next up, let's see, popcorn 2. Kit, actually, no, Kit, I'm curious. Yeah, you got any? No, we talk about DevGo stuff a lot, but curious if you got any project updates you want to give about some of the work you've been doing.
Well, I'm involved in a project creating an anthropogenic impact ontology, and we had Monty as a guest in our last meeting, and that was an illuminating conversation. I think we got a little too technical. He wanted to stay on a higher level, but we had some of our technical guys that wanted to dive into the nuances of the relations in the ontology. But we came away with a better picture of it. And the one news that I can report is yesterday there was a meeting, and they're planning on releasing a 1.0 version in the coming month or two, let's say this year. And that's an important milestone, because it means that anybody who wants to use it will be assured of its stability. So that's the one announcement that I can pass on.
Awesome. Nice. Is it?
Yeah, not to take too much time though, I guess I could just add just a little bit of sprinkle, because I haven't talked much about Greenpill Nigeria and the ecosystem projects. Before we move forward though, like we have within Greenpill Nigeria, we have like some projects that we work closely with, apart from the education with BC Fit, but then there's also a metering protocol, Switch Electric, and we're really focused on like infrastructure, decentralized physical infrastructure to be specific, but not like limited to that. And with the metering protocol, like we've already set up a governance system for the meter holders and the SLX token that we have, and also building it out more. And they just ordered 20 more meters to be used for leading up to like Q2 of 2025, and which will be used in different places in Africa and Central America. And just a little bit of context, I'm saying this is like these meters are used to collect like energy consumption data in solar panel projects. And another project we have within Greenpill Nigeria is like TAS, which is Tech and Sun, and we built a station for the first station though, right? And building out to other things in Q1, Q2, and we work closely with Minimum Protocol with their meters. And then another thing is the grant rounds that Greenpill Nigeria has done. We did a round back in March, a QF round in March, just to kind of reward our contributors. So we did a little bit retroactively. And then right now, currently, we're doing an Easy Retro PGF round, which is these 2 rounds this year, or something that we call, I would call like a teaser round. It's meant for like more engagement and more contributors to kind of come in and try to help with the movement, that the message that we're trying to convey, and like looking forward to doing some bigger rounds next year. Right now, currently with the Easy Retro that we're doing, we had 8 applicants, which was, we didn't market it that much because of the amount, but we just want to make sure we get to the individuals that really been contributing in 4 different sectors. 8 applicants, 6 is approved, and we have 3 voters that has context, and we're in the voting process now. So yeah, just a quick summary of GPN.
Let me switch gears for just 1 second in case people have to hop at 2. But POAP. So yeah, so in case anybody's got to go, the POAP secret passphrase is Greenpill treat. I'll post it in the chat. It's got a 2-hour mint window. I'm not 100% Alpha, do you know exactly when the starting window is?
Starts in 3 minutes. So
in 3 minutes.
Yeah, so basically people have to, you have 2 hours to mint.
Okay. So yeah, I threw, if you want to just double check that I didn't mess up the spelling or anything, please do, Alpha. But yeah, so you got to do that on the mobile app. When you're in there, it's incredibly obvious. Greenpill treat -treat. Yes.
Yeah. So when you
so yeah, when you're in the app, you click mint, secret word, type it in, boom. Yeah.
Okay, I think I downloaded the wrong app.
Yeah, there are other mints.
Yeah, there's other. So make sure, don't be like me.
Its own issues.
Is it POAP? Oh, no, okay, hold on. So it's called POAP Home. That's right.
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, anyways, yeah, tossing it to you, Matt, to close things off.
Yeah.
So run through the. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, thanks everybody. Mint your POAP. Make this quick. Octant Epoch 5 allocation window is October 13th to 27th. So if you have any GLM staking, I guess at that point, you'll be able to actually allocate it to projects. Yeah, there's a handful of Greenpill projects that are a part of that. So please support our friends. Gitcoin grant round GG22 is also starting up soon. Right now, the community rounds, I think, are still getting set up with getting projects into their rounds, but the donation window will be October 23rd to November 6th. I think there is some fluctuation for different community rounds, but roughly speaking, based on what Gitcoin said, that's the main hunk of time for donations. And a quick note for the Regen Citizens round is Izzy is more or less running that with Monty. I'm helping out a little bit along with some other people. And then also the Allo Builders round is the Greenpill Dev Guild and Cartographers. I don't know if it's Cartographers or Cartographers Syndicate. But yeah, so those organizations are working together for the Allo Builders rounds.
Yeah, just a quick word on the Allo Builder round. Yeah, so if anybody on this call is currently working on Allo or building on top of Allo or has plans to, please apply to this round. We'll shoot you a link to our Telegram so you could ask any questions. But yeah, we're looking, to support people building on Allo. So if you know people too as well, just send them our direction, and yeah, we'd love to support their project.
Yeah, even if you're not, I know you said it, but any referrals, please don't be shy. Be in touch, and hopefully there will be additional opportunities for funding projects building on top of Allo even after this round. So, and then all you, Izzy, to go into the Regen Citizens event.
Yeah, just I guess a quick rundown and correct a little bit of what Evo saw in the proposal for the Gitcoin. He mentioned 10 nominees. Like for the round right now, just like Afo said, donations start on the 23rd to the 6th. Applications are actually open now to the 25th, right? But each organization that's involved, which is right now Greenpill, Let's Grow DAO, Refi DAO, and I don't want to say vicariously, but Cello PG. Each organization gets 8 nominees within to the 8 chances to nominate applicants within their community, right? And each organization also have two chances to nominate external organizations, and these organizations will have a chance to nominate 3 applicants into the round. So for this round, for the region citizens, so like it's based on nominations, and I know it's a matching fund of 12,005. Total round is 21K. So it's not really about the finance involved. It's more about the recognition to recognize and celebrate these contributors as being contributing with within these communities and projects in the ecosystem, in the Ethereum ecosystem. So it's more like a reward and celebration to get nominated. So like just be on the lookout for an email to get nominated by one of these organizations that's involved. For Greenpill aspect, we will email you guys out, and we'll send an email out to the individuals that's nominated, and we're looking to work from retroactively to reward retroactively from January up to date. And it's kind of like the hierarchy that we're doing is like kind of the individuals has been contributing to the network back then, and then start going from then to like the newer contributors. And if you do not make it into this round, please do not fret, because we have some other stuff coming up next quarter, which we want to celebrate and recognize all the valuable contributions that we've seen through like honestly the couple of years Greenpill has been existing. So yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, just to be super clear around the positioning of this round, this is more so about like helping on a network level than helping in the network. So when like if you're like doing things in your local chapter, that's amazing, and there are like but that's mostly for other rounds. And I mean, more citizens, like some chapters are already running their own rounds and their own citizens round. And yeah, this is like if you have like contributed or like spend time and energy and efforts around things that are not specific to any chapters or guilds. Yeah, that's the positioning of this round. Oh, yeah.
You could take it off, Matt. That's absolutely right, Leo.
Awesome. Alpha, any idea what any solution for the POAP, or should we just follow up with people?
What's going on?
The phrase isn't working.
It's Greenpill treats is the S.
With an S. Okay.
Is there a dash in between?
Yes, the dash, everything that's at the S. Greenpill treats.
Okay.
Also doesn't work for me.
Did I miss the POAP link somewhere?
Multiple treats.
Yeah, multiple treat. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. There we go. Oof. All right, false alarm. Sorry for the inconvenience, but enjoy your pretty POAP. Shout out Kit for making that beauty. Okay, let me get myself back to this. All right. All right, Alpha, you want to share your screen for this one? So the next update is Realms. So Realms is basically the tooling that we're going to utilize for the pods on Discord. So the 4 pods that we currently have, Realms is like a game to kind of incentivize participation. It's a pretty new concept, but yeah, we're rolling with it, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, everything is the initial setup was just put in place. So yeah, flick it off a screen.
Yeah, can you guys see my screen?
And just a quick note, you have to assign yourself the role to see the pod channels. So if you're already in the Discord, you scroll to the top, click channels and roles, and yeah, DPEN, DSci, environment, education. There you go. And then the channels will show up on the sidebar.
Yeah, so, and if you aren't on the Discord, when you join, you'll have the option to do this as well. So you'll see these same 3 questions. And if you're already in the Discord, yeah, go to channels and roles and select your pod. And then once you've selected your pod, it's very simple. Basically, the goal is just to share the best resources you could think of or that are relevant to these different pods. So let's say you're into DPEN and you find a good article or blog post or YouTube video about talking about DPEN, share it in the chat. So for example, I could, let me go to education. And let me find a video to share. See, there's a video I was watching. Give me a second as I pull it up. But basically, yeah. So, when you share content in these different channels, different pod moderators will react to your content. And then by reacting to your content, sorry about that, you get coins. And then you also get likes. You also then start earning likes to then react to other people's content and earn more coins. So the better content you share, the more coins and likes you earn. To simply say. So I'm going to be copying over this link for a video that I feel like is a good education resource. And not everything has to be super Web3 related, right? So for example, I'm sharing this Johnny Harris video on why people are always tired. It's to educate people on the different things that cause people to be tired. So then you see here, this emoji is added automatically by Realms. And then let's see, Matt, who's a pod mod. Let's see if I get some reaction. Oh, awesome. Somebody liked this post. So now, basically, I got an update from the Realm bot. And this tells me that I earned 0.5 EDU. And for somebody reacted to my message, okay, cool. So that's how that works. And if I come back to the pod, right, I could do /realms. It's a command. And I'll show like, okay, EDU, show some information, how many likes you have to give, how many likes you've earned. And you can enable notifications. So I've already done that. And then you are able to see the leaderboard. Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Okay, so you just see, because Matt gave me a like, he earned 0.5, and I also earned 0.5. So that's as simple as this. They'll start sharing really nice stuff, and then the pod mods will react to it, and then you'll start earning coins and likes. That's it. Any questions? Okay.
Yeah, really the long and short is please share content in pods and let's learn together.
Relevant content.
Yes. All right, awesome. Next thing is we are actually going to do a screening of the Vitalik documentary. So next Friday, we're gonna run it 3 times. It is in the Greenpill calendar. We still need to add it to the Discord events. But yeah, and we'll post an announcement in Discord as well and share it on Telegram. But the long and short of it is we purchased a ticket and we'll do a screening not necessarily back to back, but multiple times throughout the day so that people in different time zones and different schedules can hop on. And we'll do it on Google Meet, since that's a bit more reliable for streaming than doing it on Discord.
And if you are wondering where you can find the calendar of Greenpill Network, you can go to Linktree/Greenpill Network, and one of the buttons should say calendar, and then you have a Google Calendar with a bunch of Greenpill Network related events, and one of them is the screening.
Yeah, also on Luma too. So if you like, you can register.
Yep, Luma, And then it's also in the pinned message if you want the count. They add the calendar to your Google Calendar, and on the Charmverse. So no matter where you stumble into it, it's there. Okay. Next is, I guess, a big update, which we maybe could have mentioned in the chat, but as we'll get into it now, is the Writers Guild is finishing up the on-chain capital allocation handbook. It's not necessarily V2, it's more the Explorers edition. So we're in the final stretch right now, and that will be released by Funding the Commons is throwing an event at DEF CON, I think on November 9th. And then obviously once that's out there, we'll share it on all public channels and throw it on greenpill.network. And yeah, so that'll be very exciting, and I'm looking forward to hearing what people have to say about that. And then once the Writers Guild members that are part of that catch their breath, since it is kind of a mad dash, we're gonna figure out a meeting for everybody in the Writers Guild to get back together and figure out what next projects we want to start working on. Potentially the newsletter, get the newsletter going again, potentially expanding the Regen ecosystem, resource library that we have on Charmverse. But yeah, so if you have, again, the Discord role within the channels and roles, the writers role, when we ping everybody, you'll get that notification. And yeah, please join and hop in that call, and yeah, we'll piece together the next projects. And then also the Gov Guild is a little bit less popping compared to the Dev Guild and the Writers Guild, but we have been meeting every week, every Friday. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. I can't remember the UTC off the top of my head, but again, Discord events and in the calendar. But yeah, anybody that's interested in governance and really getting into the weeds there, please join the call. It's an open call. And yeah, a lot of what we're talking about is figuring out different on-chain experiments and on-chain experiments in collaboration with the chapters and the guilds. We have a page in the Charmverse called Bringing the Network on Chain, where it's like more or less just an info dump of resources and tooling for kind of how we would bring the network on chain, and talking about the different credentials that we're creating that we can eventually utilize for a more broad governance structure for decision making and funding decisions within the greater network. That's, slow and steady. We'll get there, but that's the big thing. And then also, I think Izzy wanted to mention something about Unlock Protocol.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Unlock Protocol is not really too specific. It's just like an easy way for us to kind of, apart from POB apps, to start like putting the network on chain. Like Matt just said, a lot of these experiments that a lot of these initiatives that we're doing now, they're going to transition to some governance experiments or on-chain experiments. Like, for example, the realms. There's something that possibly may come up with us, a project Sacred, POAPs, and then Unlock Protocol. Like these, these tags or this is like a foundation for this putting network on chain, and then from there move forward to how we can utilize this data and these metrics to start making some decisions. Like, for example, like these realms is kind of like a contribution based reward system. And then from there, like, how can we use the contribution-based reward system, not just for rewarding, but to actually give quote-unquote authority on different domains, like sectors. Like, for example, if we're talking about, like, who can do what within, like, I don't know, like the Dev Guild or the Writers Guild or the network as a whole, like, so what on-chain metrics are we going to use or standard are we going to use to qualify individuals to do that? So it's just moving forward to actually getting on chain and building the network out more and more. So yeah, that I didn't really have too much to say about Unlock. It's basically what you just said. Yeah.
Awesome. And then taking the network hat off for a second, a more an individual hat. But I also think that the realms and like the leaderboard there could also be used as some sort of reputation system to allocate. Like, we can take a piece of funding that each pod has access to, and based on the reputation built up from the game, can utilize that to determine how to allocate that into projects specifically within that sphere. But again, that's more my random thought than something that we've actually discussed. But the point is, like, who knows exactly how we can utilize these credentials and the on-chain reputation side of things, but we're definitely trying to create usable data, and we can kind of piece together exactly how to make the larger puzzle like a more cohesive governance structure, more or less. Stumbling over my words a bit, but hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, I think that basically more or less covers it. Thank you everybody for coming. Just a reminder, it's Greenpill-treats, plural, if you haven't minted your POAP, or POAP, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And yeah, I guess we can formally end the call, but if anybody wants to hang around and keep talking, that'd be great.
Awesome. Okay, I need a recording.
Thanks, everybody. Nice to see you all.